What's up everyone, Alessandro here and welcome to this HyperSUI update video. We're gonna have a look into HyperSUI, guys, because more and more news are coming out talking about this next big crypto launch, because after Hyperliquid and Aster that currently are going both very viral, of course, and everyone is now expecting also new all-time highs for those tokens since the bull run is potentially back here, and we're gonna have an explosive Q4 of 2025. All eyes are right now into HyperSUI, which is of course the next launch for next year. HyperSUI is the competitor to Aster and Hyper because this is the first decentralized exchange and it's coming out on top of SUI. So if you are bullish for SUI, guys, then of course you should not miss out on HyperSUI, because right now the early access phase is ongoing. You can buy it currently at this price, a fraction of a cent during this stage. Keep in mind that every time that the countdown is going down to 0, the price will increase until it's reaching the listing price at 9 cents. So this is around 3000% higher than the current price that we can buy in. So if you want to get on board, then right now this is the chance that you have, guys. The link is here in the video description for HyperSUI. And remember to be subscribed to this channel because I keep you updated on the Bitcoin price, on altcoin prices, and of course also with new cryptos that are upcoming, that are extremely hyped right now, because I believe that with those coins we can have better investments basically for the 2026, and of course also to have basically our portfolio also diversified into new low market cap coins and not only buy into the top-notch altcoins with high market cap. So if you're looking out for the next potential 100x coins, then of course you can find them here in the video description like HyperSUI. But remember, everything is of course no financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, especially when it comes to new cryptos, guys, since they are of course always very risky. But no risk, no fun. And also the higher the risk, also the higher the upside potential. That's always the case in everything in the world, guys. But of course, I'm always trying to select the ones that I see the biggest hype around it, and also where I see the biggest potential, especially whenever a new chain is hyped in a bull run, or whenever a special coin is very hyped, and then we have basically meme coins or layer 2s and so on coming out on top of that chain. Usually they are doing great. Of course, not always, but with HyperSUI I'm pretty confident, since this is of course a competitor to very successful launches like Aster or Hype, and also at the same time this one is launching with a very small market cap of 2.4 million and a maximum supply that you can see here. Also in this article it's written that HyperSUI has officially announced its upcoming launch. And that's why we're gonna have a look into that. Remember, guys, everything in this video is just my own opinions, my own analysis, my own TA, and of course sometimes we cover also some news articles, so always do your own research of course as well. And remember that this is all no financial advice. But of course, if you want to be following me, very important, guys, subscribe to this channel. Also, we're gonna do a $100 giveaway with the next 1000 subscribers. So as soon as we reach 3000 subscribers, only 90 subscribers left, guys. And also join my other social media platforms here over on X, Telegram, TikTok, and so on. We have a nice crypto community also over there, so make sure to be tuning in here, because sometimes when I don't have time to do a video, I will drop here of course some news, or also when we do a giveaway or something, I am now announcing that also over there of course. And here also it's written that HyperSUI has officially announced its upcoming launch, aiming to provide a native decentralized exchange solution for the SUI blockchain, because so far we don't have one. So this is the first one of course coming out, and the initiative comes in response to growing demand for a unified trading infrastructure as the SUI ecosystem continues to expand. So you can see that SUI is getting bigger and bigger, and therefore of course new projects on top of SUI are coming out, same like we had at the beginning with Ethereum, with Solana and so on. And now also for SUI, if you're bullish for SUI, then of course it is normal that we're gonna have new projects launching on top of SUI. And this is the first one, the first of its kind, this HyperSUI. And here also it's written that the demand of SUI itself is very big. Here it's written that SUI reported over 250% growth in total value locked, surpassing 950 million across DeFi protocols. More than 1,500 smart contracts were deployed, and daily transactions frequently exceeded 2 million. Despite this growth, the absence of a robust native DEX has contributed to fragmented liquidity across the network. The article is quite big. I mean, at the end, it's just written why we need a decentralized exchange on top of SUI, why it is so good, and why also, of course, the token itself also has great upside potential just because of the big hype and also the big demand of SUI itself. So on the HyperSUI DEX, you are of course owning the their own token in order to do governance, staking, and so on, and also to pay the gas fees. But this is going to work on top of SUI. But in order to use this, you're gonna need the HyperSUI token. And you can see that also here it's written that as the HyperSUI team announced, the token launch basically and tier 1 exchange listing is planned for Q1 of 2026. Of course, this can change at some point, but at least for now it is planned for Q1 of 2026, the launch. And the listing price on exchanges and on DEXs should be 9 cents. And looking at the current price, of course, if you're joining the pre-sale right now, you can see that it's a fraction of a cent. So that is 3000% gains in theory if you're buying in right now and you basically sell at the listing price. But of course, not everyone can do that. There will be slippage. There will be also maybe some people that are jumping into the coin that can pump the coin even more. So of course, even though we can buy at much cheaper prices right now, it doesn't mean that everyone will be selling then at 9 cents. In the opposite, I think that if this one is really getting hyped, we see very often right at launch, especially on exchanges, a big pump. No one knows what happens once this one is launching, but at least based on the white paper and the project here, it should be available at 9 cents at launch. And right now, for everyone that is buying early, that is basically bullish for this project and is trusting this project, they can buy in right now at cheaper prices than the ones that will be later on buying on exchanges. Of course, they also have passed already the CoinSold audit. That is of course also very important, guys, always to check out the CoinSold and third-party audits of those projects. So this one is audited, this is verified. So basically right now the only thing that we need is still of course then the token to come out, and also of course better if it's going to launch at 9 cents and then also it's gonna pump. Of course, no guarantees, nothing, guys, no financial advice. We're gonna see what happens here once this one is launching, but for now, of course, I'm buying in. And also, if you want to join here, you can use, for example, the Solana airdrop system here, or Ethereum, or you just connect here your wallet, like a DeFi wallet that is supported here, like I'm doing with MetaMask, and then you can buy in. Of course, you can also buy in with credit card. That's also supported with different currencies as well, like Euro, US dollar, or British pounds. But I like to use DeFi wallets because it's easier to claim the tokens at launch. You can just then add the contract address here to your DeFi wallet if you just import tokens here, and then you can claim the tokens at launch. But until then, of course, they're locked here on the website. And there is also a bonus system. Keep that in mind, guys. If you're buying more than $1,500, for example, then maybe split your purchases of each $1,500 and not only, for example, one big transaction, because then if you do smaller and bigger transactions, you can see here the different bonuses that you will get are different. So if you anyway are planning to spend 1,500, for example, then do that because you get 12% bonus. And if you put smaller amounts in, the bonus is of course lower. So keep that in mind if you're planning to buy some. The coins will be locked here until launch, then we can claim, then we can transfer it to exchanges or DEXs if you want to trade it. Otherwise, once this project is live, of course, you're gonna need the token. And also we're gonna see if there will be like very high staking rewards or something for this token. Then of course, it's also interesting to keep the token at launch and basically stake it here on the DEX once this one is launching. But until then, the only thing that we can do is really just buy in and wait for the launch and see what happens. If you're bullish like me, then of course make sure to be subscribed. I bought in HyperSUI, the link is here in the video description, guys. I salute you for now. Stay tuned, be subscribed, because I keep you updated on HyperSUI and of course whatever is happening in the crypto space. Every day I bring update videos on new projects and of course also on the Bitcoin price. So stay tuned, be subscribed, and we see us all in the next one. Bye for now.